Well, you know, as long as the engine's out, there's a few things on the list we could take care of, and something that's not on the list, but that's what I'm going to do now. Something I've thought about, but I should probably do now while the engine's out of my way, is this is where the air intake is at. The air filter's right down here. I should put some kind of a plastic or metal panel in here just to keep the engine heat from going into that space and keep the air intake a little cooler. Perfect. A little bit of duct tape, that'll work. I have a piece of Lexan left over from another project that would make a nice cover, and then you can still see into here. Not that you need to see in here, but it's the only piece of plastic I can think of, and it just happens to be clear. I like it. That's what I'm going to do. So it can't go across here because this wire is going to hit it. It has to go behind here. Oh, welcome to my dilemma. I guess if I put a piece in there, it's going to have to go behind there, which means I have to get the drill in behind there. Drill for riv nuts like that. It'll look a lot better mounted behind there. It'll also be able to go all the way to here. And then it will come up. I have to twist back. And I guess I'm going to have to drill through here and put riv nuts through to the inside of the car, which I really don't want the back side of a riv nut sticking through. Maybe I'll do it the opposite way around. Just put a bolt head on the inside. Yeah, a bolt head on the inside with a stud sticking out, screw a nut down tight, and then set it over it and screw another nut on it to hold it. That's going to work. But that's the plan. Anyway, for now it is. Now we take our little piece of cereal box and we figure out just how big this thing's got to be, what angle it needs to be, all the pretty shapes, colors, whatever. Let's see if it goes in there like that. It touches that to there, there to there. Cut it about here. Gonna have to go down a ways, and it'll have to clear that right under there. And if it gets down to there, it shouldn't have to be any longer than that. We have more cereal boxes if we mess this one up. I'm getting close now. I brought my scissors with me. That looks good. That looks good. That's going to be back in there a little further. This does not have to form an airtight seal in here. It's just got to go in here and kind of slow some heat down a little bit. I got a little ledge I got to clear under here. Shorten that up a little bit. Getting closer. All right, one of the things I have to keep in mind as I'm making this is either the air intake or this piece has to go in first. And if the air intake goes in first and then this piece goes in, I won't be able to have this here because I won't be able to get it down into here. But if I can get this in here, I can't get this in here and then get the air intake in here because the air filter actually goes down through here as I put it in, and then I move it back and set it on top of here. So this is going to have to probably not have this leg on it. Well, let's see. I'm going to get the filter, stick it in there kind of temporary, see how it works. Is that in exactly the right position? I don't know, but it's close enough to test fit this piece. All right, this is going to be a solid piece. This cardboard is a little flexible, but the engine will be right in this area, so we have to watch out for that. Have to be able to come down in through here. Yeah. I think without this ear on it, it'll be able to slide down in there like that, all the way into there. Put that way, angle this part of it, and then just leave this straight that way. Well, I'm getting closer. Where's my pencil? Yeah, that'll clear. No scissors now. All right, well, you get the general idea of what I'm doing here. I'm gonna do a few more trimming things on this. This will be a little leveler across the top here and make some clearance for this so I don't rub on that. Well, I've taped it up in place. I think I've got something I can work with here. It'll go in and out as one solid piece without having to flex it and fold it. So I think there's only one thing left to do, and that's look at it for a few minutes and then cut it out of a piece of plastic. Not really sure what I want to do up here yet. Well, I've got it traced out here. I've drilled some relief holes in the corners to get a good radius with a step drill here. And now I'm going to start hacking away at it, and hopefully I can cut it out without splitting it anywhere. Now to warm it up and put a little twist on it. And then we'll see if it fits. Starting to sag. So far so good. I haven't done what I normally do and get the heat gun too close to it and make it bubble. Switched it to cool air. I don't know if that's enough twist, but we're going to find out in a minute. I don't think it's enough yet. Well, I can get it down into there now. It wouldn't even go in there before. It is looking pretty good. Might have to trim a little bit right there. And it does need to twist a little more. We're still about a finger and a half away there. And a little bit away on the bottom too. I think I'll just twist it more. That's gonna have to twist further on down through here. Give it another try. What if we get technical with it and we actually find out what angle we're at, and we say we're at about this angle right here, which is about 23 or so, and we say we need 35, 40-ish angle. And then we'll know about where we are, because going by how much I need to twist, that's about what I need. So something like that. If this works, I'll be as surprised as you are. A little cool air. All right, if I'm lucky, this will be close to fitting. Here we go. Holy cow, I think I got it. I do. It's going to need a little trimming, but it's there. It's real close along here. It'll come down a little bit, but it's against right here. And just a tiny bit more twist once we get it trimmed. All right, well, we got this thing the right shape. Fits in there really good. What I did was I drilled my 2 holes in the plastic where I wanted them at, and then center punched them and drilled them into the body metal. Now I'm going to go on the inside and drop a screw through there, put a nut on the outside, and probably use a rubber washer in between the nut, the Lexan, and the other nut. So we'll have some kind of rubber spacer in there. Isolates the vibration, try to keep this from cracking. Just drop the bolt in, put the Allen wrench in the hole, hold it with a magnet, go around to the other side, throw a nut on it. Oh, a little difficult to get that one out of there. She's out. Now to do the other one. That ought to work. Oh, broke the bit. Get another bit, try again. And now an attempt at putting a nut plate in the hole. Am I going to hate myself when I go to put this heat shield in? Yes, I am. Because it's not going to be easy to get screws into. But it's going to be held in place rather securely, I believe. There she goes, she's seated. Oh. Can you see them? Do they look like they're installed correctly? I can't see them from here. Large flat washer, neoprene washer, another neoprene washer on the back, and I got this great idea. I went over to my O-ring kit and I found these little tiny O-rings. And I'm going to slide that little tiny O-ring on the back of here and keep this all held together so that the bolts will be in the right place when I get this thing hanging in there. And maybe I'll have half a chance of actually putting this thing together. Well, it might work if I put them in from the right direction. All right, this is just to make sure that all the holes line up. One started. And it fits. That should keep a little heat from getting to the intake. Well, that's how you install a cold air intake on your Toyota Celica. Well, maybe not on your Toyota Celica, but that's how I did it on mine. I can confirm that this does work. I did not really test it and write the test results down, but if memory serves me correctly, it was about 5 or 6 degrees cooler with the shield in place when it was sitting still, and about 15 or so cooler when it was moving down the road. But I will test it again and write the results down, and I will post those results in the video description.